We're looking at production possibility frontiers. It's one of the first topics that you do in year 12. So let's go through it and we'll look at a 10-mark exam question as well. Okay, so in the title, it says production. So what do we mean by production in economics? Okay, we're referring to output of goods and services. And that can be on a micro level, for example, the fast food market, or it could be on a whole macro level, for example, the UK economy. So production is just output of goods and services. So if that is the output, then what is the input? Okay, so the input is what we call the factors of production, also known as the cell resources, which stands for capital, enterprise, land, and labor. The factors of production is quite an important concept that you will be using throughout the course. So in today's example, to explain PPF, I'm going to be in the kitchen making some juicy smash burgers or some hot mango habanero chicken wings. So that's my output, the burgers and the wings. So what is my input? What are my cell resources in this micro example of me in the kitchen? So let's see. For capital, I have my cooker, the Bosch cooker with 4 hobs. Enterprise could be my recipe to make the smash burgers and the wings. Land, size of the kitchen. Labor, how hard I'm willing to work on the day. Okay, so the burgers and the wings, output, and the cell resources, my input. So here we have a PPF curve. Y-axis, we have output of burgers, and x-axis, we have output of wings. Okay, so the definition that you need to memorize, PPF shows the maximum possible output of 2 goods or services. So in this example, it's the burgers and the wings. So if I'm producing on this curve, I'm producing the maximum possible burgers and wings that I can produce in my kitchen when my cell resources are fully and efficiently employed, meaning I'm using the kitchen and everything else as good as I can. Okay, so I've just mentioned this, producing at points A and B is when I am being the most efficient. So what might C, D, and E be? Let's see. Okay, so producing at points C and D is me being inefficient. The cell resources aren't being used as good as they can. Let's say, for example, 3 of the hobs on my Bosch cooker stop working. Now I can't use them simultaneously to make my burgers and wings. So it will slow me down. Or let's just say I've got a bit of a cold and I'm not working as quickly on the day. So that will again slow me down and make me inefficient. And I'll be producing at points C and D. Now on a macro level, there could be unemployment.